There are far too few clean audits, a dominance of unqualified, which have major concerns around disciplines, internal controls, stability of how they are being run, and compliance, as well as the qualified, adverse, and disclaimer opinions. The clean audits, when we look at them in relation to the expenditure budget, represent 17% of the expenditure budget. The unqualified audit opinions, 40% of the expenditure budget, which says to you that 57% of the expenditure budget is being spent by entities that are able to present credible financial information, and the balance simply aren't. The outcomes indicate that, yes, we've seen a slight increase in the number of clean audits. And just to remind you that the definition of a clean audit is that audit outcome where there has been evidence of credible financial information, of reliable and useful performance information, as well as having no significant findings on compliance matters relating to financial and performance management. Of particular concern in terms of the departments that have these high level of financial health indicators would be the provincial departments of education in many parts of the country, as well as the provincial departments of health in many parts of the country. On the departments of health, one of the major concerns is the dominance of these litigation claims, medical negligence claims, which have the impact of eating away at the ability of a provincial department to deliver services in the forthcoming year. Because they do not budget for these medical negligence claims, whatever they end up paying in this year is going to take away the ability to fill vacancies, to deliver services, to pay suppliers the following year, to buy or maintain the equipment that they require to deliver services at the level that is desired. Another area that we flag in this audit is that we are still seeing a number of public officials, political office bearers, and public servants doing business with the state. And that is not in accordance with the public service regulations as recently amended. As of April 2016, that's been outlawed. And in fact, public servants were given up until the end of February 2017 to either stop doing business with the state or resign from their role as public officials. What we're seeing is that there are still some contracts continuing to be entered into and paid for where public servants are the counterparties or the business people. An area of weakness continues to be where the regulations around local content are flouted. At the point of procurement, decisions are being made in a way that is not in compliance with the stipulated bid specifications around local content. When this continues, we then make it difficult for government to meet its stated policy objective of using its significant procurement spend to drive local economic activity, to drive the preservation of jobs, the creation of new jobs, and to ensure that local operators in the economy benefit from government spend. When we see irregular expenditure accumulating year on year, it is a demonstration that which we expect is not happening. The pace and diligence around investigations is not evident. The discipline that should be enforced is not happening, so there are no consequences. The recovery of funds is not happening. The condonation of things that can only happen once we are clear on what gave rise to that irregular expenditure, that's not happening, and the write-offs are not happening. And all of that indicates that we are continuing to have a culture where there is tolerance for lack of compliance. In noting that the status of internal controls has not improved, we can only look to the role that must be played by senior managers across government, by accounting officers, supported effectively by their internal audit functions as well as their audit committees.